Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM and streaming live on WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Windows, Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Town & Country Bank, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Jason Schmidt at Channel Seeds, Friendship Manor, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Realtor Nancy Cunningham at Brady Realtors, Stacy Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Christine Short, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, and by Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning, and U-Haul.
Coming up from that talented sophomore class at won again today, 60-40. I think they've just got one loss on their record. They've got to be about 14 or 15-1 now for head coach Greg Alexander. So Ben's starting to see some confidence, and I think the coaches gained a little from him yesterday too.
Opening tip controlled by Eisenhower. They come to the basket nearest us, and 5 seconds in, first turnover as they throw it down to the corner, and nobody was there.
Well, and a little bit of that's going to be maybe a reoccurring theme for Eisenhower. They tend to turn the ball over. They do play an up-tempo, sloppier type of game. So if the Railers can stay ready and move their feet and get their hands up, we can cause a lot of turnovers.
Backdoor Bryson to Hop, and his shot is knocked away. But quickly the Railers will go to the line shooting two.
Love that play. It's almost where a fake off where Kirby looks to go the other way, and all of a sudden he spins back, and there's Hop going backdoor, and Hop that time gets fouled as he tried to go up and under to avoid the block, go to the free throw line as the Central State 8 leader in the free throws as Hop knocks down his first one.
Aaron, a 90% free throw shooter, 63 of 70 on the season, and those two making 65 of 72. And Railers out to an early 2-0 lead. As the Railers extend the pressure three-quarter court, Eisenhower breaks it. Bobbitt working against Isles. Bobbitt now on the right side to Jones. Back near side to Hale. Eisenhower in the road black uniforms with white trimmed in gold for the lettering and numerals. Yellow and white along the side of the jersey. Hale at the top of the key, drives in, hands it off to Bobbitt. Bobbitt off the glass, that's no good. Biggs down there fighting for it, it's loose, picked up by Hop.
Good defense by the Railers in the first possession, making Eisenhower work for it. Several passes there, and they did get it down, but just couldn't get the layup. Nice scrappy underneath by Biggs. Had another Railer get a rebound.
Another backdoor, Isles to Hop, up and good.
Could be a reoccurring theme. Coach Alexander talked about it last night, Jeff, on the postgame. We got to get back doors against this team. What's he start out with? 2 in a row.
So the Railers out to an early 4-0 lead, 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Davis in the corner looks to go baseline. He stepped on the baseline. Good defense by Hop right down here in front of us. So again, Eisenhower still looking for their first points. And now they're going to apply the full court pressure for the Railers. Biggs looking to inbound. Does so out to Isles. Isles will bring the right-handed dribble across the timeline, working against Hale. Hale on the right wing to Fry. Fry bounces out high to Isles. Fry looks to drive in, kicks it out to Kirby. Lobs back on top to Biggs. Now back over far side, Bryson. He'll shoot it. Left it short, fight for the rebound, tipped away, but it's Eisenhower with it. Ahead, quickly. Ball tipped loose. Davis at the free throw line. Back out to Bobbitt. Bobbitt drives in. He's cut off. 3 on the way. Back rim, no. Fry high for the rebound.
Nice aggressive rebound. by Fry. A lot of the Railers doing a good job.
Garrett, right wing three is good.
Love to see that. Just ball pushed again. Hop gets out on the break, pushes the basketball, makes a couple guys come and guard him. He kicks it to Isles, and Isles has done a really good job this year of being more than just a set shooter. That time he was on a run on the transition and was able to get his feet set up and his shoulders square and was able to knock it down.
So the Railers with an early touchdown here, up 7-0, 5:15 to go in quarter number 1. Hale against Kirby, now on the right side to Graves. Graves down to Hale. Back near side to Graves. Tipped away. Davis fumbles it a little bit. Now he picks back up on the dribble. And right now, Josh, Eisenhower looks kind of baffled as to what kind of defense Lincoln's playing, but Lincoln's not going to change much defensively.
No, they didn't have a real spirited warm-up, I would say. They were going through the layups very hard, and sometimes that works against you, and sometimes that works for you. Some teams just don't warm up hard, but the way they were warming up tells me that they weren't really ready to get this thing going.
Julian Jones with a 3 from the left side, top of the key, puts Eisenhower on the board, but the Railers still have a 7-3 lead. Bryson Kirby is going to be called 4 steps along the sideline, so a turnover will give it back to the Panthers. 4:18 to go. Railers on top 7-3 here in quarter number 1 of the final day of the Central State 8 tournament. Bobbitt near side to Davis. Back on top to Jones. Bring it near side. Davis with the lefty 3. Shoots it long, high off the back of the rim. Tracked down by the Panthers. Right wing back to Jones. In the corner to Graves. Graves trying to direct traffic. Now kicks back out to Hale. 3:45 to go. Quarter number 1. Lincoln 7. Eisenhower 3. Dump it down low for Bobbitt in the lane. Went to go up, kicked it back out. Inside, Davis with the lefty from the elbow is good.
Yeah, caught it right in the middle, right at the free throw line, and that's where Eisenhower can hurt you on the boards, around the basket, and then from the free throw line. They're not great shooters from the outside, but when you can give them that free throw line jumper, they've got a chance to put some points on the board.
Approaching 3 minutes to go. Garrett catches near the timeline, working against Hale. Garrett goes back to the left. Back door again to Hop is good.
Yeah, it's been almost every time. I think Kirby made the pass one time back door to Hop, and it's the other two have been Isles, and Isles off the left-handed dribble. Then never had to pick it up with his right hand, really basically off the bounce, passed it. And I don't know that was a set play. It's just those two knowing what to do when it. Gosh darn it,
boy. Ball goes out of bounds.
Two Railers going after. You love to have the problem of two guys going after it, but you also want them to talk and tell everybody, hey guys, talk and one grab it for sure.
So as the Railers fight for the rebound goes out of bounds, it'll stay with Eisenhower.
Bowers
Isaiah
checked in for Garrett.
Yep, Bowers in again. Garrett missed Tuesday with an injury, and a quick call on the tie-up.
And right away, Bowers comes in and taps the ball away, and then Kirby dives on the ground to give the tie-up. And as you said, a quick whistle on that one. I thought Davis was going to rip it away from Kirby, but we'll take it. And another possession here for the Railers to put some points on the board.
2:20 to go in the first. KJ Fry on the right wing, high post to Hop. Slings it over to Kirby. Left side, 3 up. Off no good. Rebound comes down to Eisenhower, and they look to run. Bobbitt dumps it over to Jones on the layup is good.
Yeah, and that's where they can hurt you again too. Transition basketball, they get it out and go, and a nice finish there by Eisenhower. A good break that they ran. Railers had a nice possession last time. Got it into Hop a couple times at the free throw line. He was able to find Kirby.
KJ from the right side. His 3 is going to be no good. But and something we've seen a lot this year, Josh,
is
3-point shooters getting fouled. And so KJ will go to the line, and he will shoot 3.
We used to be really good at that a couple of years ago. It seemed like we were doing it at least once every other game or so. And this year it's been a little role reversal. We've had, a couple, one last night, I think, and then a couple on Tuesday.
Foul line Davis, his first. KJ makes the first. 1:46 to go, makes it 10-7. Second one, good.
Nice soft rims here at MacArthur. You know, a new school. As we were back in the back gym watching a little bit of the sophomore game. Really stiff rims. I'm sure, you know, when you don't have, I wonder if they brought these rims over from the old school so they didn't have, you know, such a stiff rim. That or just had a lot of guys hanging on them for a long time. But nice soft rims.
KJ 3 for 3. Railer lead is 5. 12-7, minute 40 to go. Railers off to a good start from the free throw line. 5 of 5. Jones goes baseline, goes by Grunder. Reaching foul is going to be called on the sophomore. That'll be his first on the Railers. Eisenhower to inbound on the baseline. Looking, lob back out near the top of the key to Hale. Back to Graves, down to Davis. Davis turns hands to Jones. His lefty 3 is up and good. Jones has 8 of their 10, and it's back to a 2-point game. 12-10, minute 15 to go. Grunder to a cutting hop down the lane. Hop lost it. 2-on-1. Graves will go in, the finger roll, and we're tied.
Yeah, that's what they can do. They turn it over. Grunder tried to pass it to Hop as he was cutting down the lane. Probably could have been a bounce pass that would have got it there a little bit easier, but as soon as Eisenhower gets it out on the break, they're going to score it.
Under a minute, tied at 12. Isaiah at the free throw line, out to Garrett. Really quick, almost pulled the trigger, did not hop in the lane from 12. Roll doesn't go. Bobbitt down quickly again. Hale, the layup, glass. Oh, and he missed it. All by himself, and he missed it. So the Railers catch a break, and with 35 seconds to go, Josh, thinking one here.
Yeah, and there looks like they're really releasing now. They know the Railers don't go to the offensive boards very hard, and that time Hale, as soon as the shot was up, he took off, and Eisenhower got the rebound and found him wide open.
KJ's 3 is no good, but Isaiah gets the rebound. Down in the corner, needs some help. Gets it back out to Hop near the timeline. Down to 13 seconds, tied at 12.
KJ was lucky Isaiah got that rebound.
We're down to 6. Isles.
5.
Over to Bowers. Got to look for something. Isaiah right wing 3, and he got it. Thought it was going to be short, but it rolled in, and at the end of 1, Railers take the lead. Lincoln 15, Eisenhower 12. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Starting the second quarter, remind you that Railer Basketball is brought to you by Lincoln IGA, The Carpet House, Rick Ham, your State Farm insurance agent. 15-12, Railers with the lead as we start quarter number 2 along with Josh Komnick. Jeff Benjamin with you. Bowers went down defensively. Eisenhower fires a 3, and it trickles good. That's Bobbitt. Tied at 15. Isaiah's 3 at the buzzer gave the Railers the advantage as we headed to the end of the first quarter. Hop back out, down on the low block to Grunder, who flips it to Isaiah in the lane, up and good.
Yeah, nice little sophomore work right there, one to the other, and nice score for the Railers. So now the Eisenhower started to pick up the pace a little bit. They're shooting the ball a little bit better from the perimeter, so the Railers got to buckle down on defense.
17-15. About a minute gone by in the quarter. Hale over to Graves. Don't expect too many subs for Eisenhower. It looks like they've got 8 dressed for the night.
Yeah, not a lot of options over there.
Jones, their leading scorer, he has 8. 17-15, Railers with a 2-point lead. Jones picked up his dribble now on the far sideline to Davis. Back to Graves on the near side, watched by Isles and Grunder. Bobbitt tried to leak out. Good, gets it back. Eisenhower being patient, but we always talk about that. Is Raylor's defense forcing it? And just as we say that, it is the lefty Davis who turns from 15 and ties it at 17.
Yeah, and rather easy, too. They almost lulled the Railers to sleep as they probably passed it around for a good 45 seconds to a minute. And then they find Davis right at the free throw line at the elbow, a spot that the Railer 1-2 should be covering.
Inside-out game for the Railers. Gets it to Garrett Isles on the right wing. Isaiah top of the key. Right side back to Garrett. Three is good.
Yeah, and I think Hoppy, too, here once in a while, he can turn and look and catch and face the basket when he catches at the free throw line, and he'll find Grunder underneath the basket wide open. I was just looking at that a couple of times where we got it to him, and he's open underneath.
Bobbitt for three. Missed it. High for the rebound. Jones off the glass. No good. Gets his own rebound put back. That won't go down. Davis grabs it for Eisenhower. Offensive rebounds. He turns and fires. That won't go. And Isaiah tried to grab the rebound, ball loose. Instead, it's Bobbitt. He comes out of there with it and lays it up and in. 5 opportunities for the Panthers on that possession. Can't do that. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Railers up, but it's just by 1 at 20-19. High post to Hop. Had it knocked out of his hands. And then we're going to have a foul called on Aaron as he tried to get it back. First on Hop. It'll be second on the team.
For the Panthers. For the Railers.
4:53 to go. Eisenhower down 1 with a chance to do something they have yet to do today, and that's have the lead. Bobbitt. Over to Yasin Taylor into the contest for the first time for the Panthers. Taylor back to Bobbitt. Fouls will come out on him. Bobbitt hands to Hale. 4.5 to go. Railers with a 1-point lead here in the first half. Davis, and then a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers as Isaiah a little too closely guarding the ball handler. Isaiah's first, second, or rather third on the Railers. Hale works into the front court. Hands back to Taylor. And then another foul is going to be whistled on Isaiah. And, boy, it's gotten to a really closely called game.
Yeah, and the same guy 2 times in a row.
And KJ is going to have to check in, I think, maybe for Isaiah. Yep, because Isaiah picked up too quickly. And with 4:20 to go, Bowers will take a seat. Fourteen fouls now on the Railers. Still 4:10 to go in the first half. Skip it all the way across the Railer zone. Hale. Taylor. Top of the key. Now right wing back to Bobbitt. Seems like that's the guy whose hands they wanted in is Jones.
Yeah, he's had a nice game so far and very active. He's done it on a number of different ways, too, by 3 and by going to the basket.
Bobbitt kicks out to Hale, fakes one way, goes the other. Hop knocks the shot away as Hale tried a one-handed flip layup, and Hop did a good job of staying with him and not fouling. So it'll be Eisenhower out of bounds with 3:47 to go in the first half. Bobbitt looking, lobs back out near the timeline to Hale. Bobbitt hands to Taylor. Taylor. Now over to Davis. Taylor with the lefty 3. It is off, no good. Rebound comes down to Grunder and Fry, and they get it to Hop. Hop, right side to Fry, on the wing to Isles. Garrett will try another 3, and then again.
And no hesitation either. Garrett, and a long pass here for MacArthur as they leak a guy out, but no hesitation on that 3 by Isles. He's catching, shooting, and from deep there on the wing.
And as Josh said, as quickly as the ball went through,
yeah.
Hale was streaking down the court for a layup. And so now we're at 23-21 Lincoln, under 3 minutes to go. KJ is going to try a 3.
Short.
Didn't get the bounce. High for the rebound is Grunder. Grunder tried to go up with it. Ball came loose. Hale back to Bobbitt, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Eisenhower. And Josh, we had a great look. KJ did a good job getting position, and the official that made the call, I don't know if you noticed, his hands started to go for his hip. He thought about it.
Yeah.
Then he called the charge.
I saw the motion for the hip, and sometimes they you got all those motions, those hand signals, and all those calls you got to make as an official, and sometimes you just forget about the right one, or you don't do the one your mind's telling you to do.
So as KJ takes the charge, 2.5 to go, still at 23-21.
I'd like to see Hoppy get right back in the middle where he was.
Garrett in and out for 3. Grunder tried to grab the rebound, but it's Taylor for Eisenhower.
Hoppy get back at the free throw line where he's really effective as a passer from there, and I think he'll become even more effective as a scorer from there, but now we've got him on the perimeter passing it around to our shooters.
Back on top, Bobbitt fires a long 3-line drive, front of the rim, backboard, no good. Grunder, another rebound.
Nice box out by the Railers.
Hop looks ahead, gets it to Kirby. Now back to Fry, minute 45 to go. Stuck on 23-21 for a while. Hop back out to Isles. Over to Fry, now to Bryson. Down to the corner, flips it way out to Garrett. Garrett saves it from going over the timeline, threw it over to KJ, and KJ was standing on the timeline. And it's things like that that gives coaches looks like that on the Lincoln bench. You can
and Bryson had his dribble still. I'm not sure what he was panicked about on the baseline. He only had one guy on him and still had his dribble, and he immediately looked to throw a lob pass all the way out to the top, almost by half court, where Isles couldn't handle it.
1:20 to go as we approach halftime. Hale. Back now to Graves, over to Davis. Davis on the left wing. Down in the corner to Taylor, back on top to Jones. Jones, their leading scorer, he has 8. And we hear all the way across the gym Coach Rodney Walker yell for a timeout. They're taking time. We'll take it with them. 1:02 to go in the first half. Railers up 23-21. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball. Back at MacArthur High School, Railer basketball this season brought to you by AAA Window Siding and Doors, Grimaldi Law Office, Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, also Lincoln Heating and Cooling, and Realtor Nancy Cunningham at Brady Realtors. 62 seconds left in the first half, Josh. Railers up 23-21, but it seems like we've been there for quite a while.
Well, I think Coach for Eisenhower called this. Coach Walker is going to call that timeout to probably try and hold it for one. You know, he'd like it probably to be no worse than a 2-point deficit going into halftime. So he probably feels his guys can handle the basketball against this Railer defense long enough to maybe get one shot.
Back in action. Graves over to Taylor. Back on top to Davis. To Jones. Almost tipped away by Kirby near the timeline. Good pressure by the Railers. Tipped by Kirby. Again, good quick hands for the Railers here this afternoon.
Yeah, another tip away by Kirby. Other guys got to be ready to anticipate that tip, because that could have been a steal for the Railers.
So Eisenhower keeps it down to Graves. 24 seconds to go. In the middle, Davis from 14, and it's stuck. So alternating possession will give it to the Railers. You know you're getting help defensively when the rim and the backboard are helping you out.
You know, what would have been worse is if that ball would have been going back to Eisenhower and giving him another shot.
Yes.
You know.
So it's the last 10 seconds here in the first half. See what the Railers can do. Fry on the right wing, back to Garrett. We're down to 5. Isles over to Bryson, back to Garrett, inside to Hop, turns from 15
nice.
And hits.
Yeah, we got to leave Hoppy at the free throw line. That's where he's effective, right there.
Into the first half, Lincoln takes a 4-point lead into the locker room. It's Lincoln 25, Eisenhower 21. We'll be back with the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.